The preset parameters of the created sessions, both in full and in quick mode, depend on the settings of the provider used. In order to set the necessary parameters, open the menu and create or edit an existing provider. Enter your provider name. All sessions created using the provider will be named using its name and numbered sequentially. Set the color. By default, each session created will have a random color, but you can set it manually. To add a new tag to the sessions being created, enter it in the tag creation form and press enter. Once added, it will be installed automatically. If you need to use a tag created earlier, click on it. Click on an already installed tag to cancel its use. Establish a connection. Not set. Creating sessions without a connection. You can install it later. SOCKS 5, HTTP, SSH. Use of proxy type SOCKS or HTTP or SSH tunnel. Live SOCKS 5, Live HTTP. Use of a proxy with dynamic change of IP address. When using this type of proxy in running sessions, WebRTC and geodata will change dynamically when the outgoing IP address changes. Direct. Use direct connection. Localhost. Allows you to specify the range of ports required for use. Each created session will use the next port in the specified range until it ends. Free proxy. Use built-in free proxies. You can select the geolocation you need to use using the drop-down list. If you pasting from the buffer and the proxy contains information about the connection type, it will be selected automatically. The network spoofing control block allows you to enable or disable IP address leakage via WebRTC and configure the required type of leakage. To manually enter DNS, you must disable automatic installation, after which the input field will become active. When using a proxy with rotation, set in the field a link intended for changing the IP address. To install a proxy from the proxy manager, click on the icon and select the required proxy or list of proxies. In case of multiple selection, proxies will be used sequentially when creating each new session until the end of the established list. The connection type will change to proxy list. To control data synchronization and saving history and passwords, use the mode switches. When you disable synchronization of cookies and local storage, they are stored locally in encrypted form and are not sent to the server, which provides additional security. Enabling saving history and passwords causes them to sync by default. Changing synchronization settings after creating a session is not possible. Use the Start Pages, Bookmarks and Extensions control buttons to set these parameters to all created sessions by default. You can enter pages and bookmarks manually or import them as a list. Bookmarks can also be imported from a real browser using the File Upload feature. To install extensions, you must select the desired extension from the proposed list or use the built-in search. You can also enter a link to the extensions page in the Chrome Store into the search bar if the search does not produce results. Configuration settings allow you to select the required type of operating system, browser version. If you set the last parameter, the latest version will always be used. Automatic updates will be performed in already created sessions. You can also set the resolution, video card, amount of RAM and number of processor cores. To manage fingerprints, use the appropriate switches responsible for replacing Canvas, WebGL, ClientRects, and audio. In order to use the program in emulation mode of portable browsers with real fingerprints, set the hybrid mode. Save the provider. Now each session created with its help will be configured in accordance with the provider's settings.